Hi, good morning, all. This is SK. This is our new session, where I will be sharing all my trend lines and what I'm expecting from the market after they open. As of now, the most important time frame is the monthly chart, as we will be forming the monthly candle today. So we are on the monthly chart. So let's say, this is not the extended, this is the normal US hour charts. So right now, the most important thing is, how the appearance of the monthly candle will be made. If it is made bullish and if we took bulls will try to take 1960 as a high of the month, and they will try to go for the next leg up. But there is something very important happening in 4 hour chart. By the way, I make all of my trend lines from 4 hour charts, from my support targets, trend lines. Everything is from 4 hour chart. 4 hour hourly, and then I see somewhat about 5, 10, 15 minutes during the day trading. To see the smaller time frame targets. But the major time frames I look from 4 hour. I look from hourly or sometimes 30-minute chart. So over here in 4 hour chart, if you see we had this W bottom, and from the W bottom, we had this breakout failed, which is this was Thursday, and this no, this is I believe this is Thursday. We did a good breakout. We closed above the breakout point, and then on Friday we saw this kind of a pullback. So right now the most important thing is this breakout point, which is 1943.72. Above 1943.72, I will be bullish, and this will be the support, and I'll look for the next leg up. But I have resistance, we have resistance, which is 1957, and we have resistance, which is 1962, which is all-time high of the month, which is high of the month. So as of now, for me, if we open above 1943.72, I will see some kind of a pullback. I will expect some kind of a poking through 1942.73 and see for next leg up. If we close first 30-minute candle, if close well below this, which is 1943.72, or it closed well below our 1940, which is the close of this 4 hour candle, we should look for the next leg down. So four targets are very important here. The first target is breakout point. This is the when we were bottoming, this was the breakout point, and we closed well above it. And the other point is this thing. This is a 50% pullback from this 4 hour breakout, which is 1929.02. And the other thing is open of the month. Open of the month is 25-ish. So more of the bears will try to close near the open of the month to make it an indecision candle, and then there's another tug of war, another trading range month for next month. And bulls are looking, we are very close to the breakout point. We can break out here and we can go for the next leg up. And whereas bears looking as a breakout failed, this is a breakout failed, breakout failed, we're going for the next leg down. As of now, personally, I think the 4 hour chart. Let's go to the extended. I mean, this 4 hour chart, extended. This thing is very, very bearish. This is one, two, three, four, five, six consecutive candles. This is looking very bearish. And if you see the 4 hour extended is failing at this 1943.72 hour breakout point. Even if we do our 5 minute chart recap, whenever breakout point is tested, we often fail at a breakout test, and we go for the next leg down. So as of now, this is push one. We can see some kind of a trading range here. This is a very minor trend line we have here. This is a very minor trend line we have here, which I'm just looking for, we can get a flush out of here, which is, we might see some kind of a bounce at the open, if we are near the mid of this candle, or we can see, if we are near 1943.72, we can see bulls might try and then fail, then we stop at 1929 and 1919. So as of now, the most important price is, this breakout point price which I'm looking at, this is a very minor trend line which I'm looking at, and this is, I mean this portion here, this portion here is kind of making a trading range as well. Like we saw the breakout and then we saw the pullback. We're going up, we're going lower. Like we can see. So like honestly, I do not think like we can see anything higher here. But if our 30-minute candle closes well above 1943, we will be looking the next target, our next target, which is 1947, and the next target will be 1956. Again, I look my targets from 4-hour chart, which is 1956. Support from 4-hour, target and resistance from 4-hour as well. So for me, as of now, we might fail. We can see at the open, we can see a pullback. The pullback bounce we can see either from this trend line, we can see from here, or we can see from 1929. But bears are trying to go to 50% pullback, or you can say the open of a month, which is 1937. So this becomes a very important target. Bulls might give up somewhere here, 1943, and this can be a one directional trade, which is 1919. If we took 1919, then things can get very, very ugly. We can go to 1903, and then we have a target of 1886 again. So let's look at our 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart 5-minute chart is showing this is push 1, this is push 2, this is push 3, and push 3 can get deeper pullback. 5-minute chart had a little bit supports, which is 1937 and 1931. Like these are the few supports we are looking at. This is like push 1, push 2 support. This is push 1 support. Like, but again, like if you see at this price action, this is a kind of a W bottom, 1 2 1 2, and like 3 4. This is a W bottom. We can see some kind of a breakout failing here, and we can retest 1929 here. So as of now, looking very bearish. As of now, looking bears at the open will be trying to go for the next leg down. But again, if we close well above 1943, like from our 4-hour chart, if we close well above 1943 from a 4-hour chart, we might see the next leg up. 9:30 and 10 o'clock is a very important time, as 9:30 to 10 o'clock, the first 30 minute of the what do you call this guy? First 30 minute of the US hours trading hour is the last 30 minute in the formation of this 4-hour chart, 4-hour candle. So first 30 minute, like there is so much pressure. This is the first 30-minute candle. It's the last 4-hour candle. Like there will be a lot of buyers, a lot of sellers, which are looking at these things. So like first 30-minute candle, I think we can see some kind of a some kind of a fighting between 1943, 72ish, and we can see next leg down. If we close well above here, the next target will be 1957. Let's look at our you can see 30-minute chart, like we are failing here, and like it's looking kind of a bearish. We can it's looking like in a trading range price action where we can test this trading trend line, and like this is our target 1929.02. So overall, like looking bearish. Overall, looking like like this is any which ways from 4-hour chart. This is our first entry. So first entry is never a bull. We need a second entry here, and before we get a second entry, we can test 1929, or we can test 1919 today. Good luck, everybody. As of now, very simple trend lines, very simple targets. Formation last day of the month, formation of the monthly candle. We do not want to confuse too much, having too many trend lines, too many targets. It's very simple. This is a breakout point. This is the 50% pullback. This is the open of the month. These are the targets. For bulls, there is no target. Bulls are just trying to close green, and they will close green, and they will close bullish only if we close well above 1943.72 ish. Good luck. Bye bye.